Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture. Now we will see how to start with the laying of a brick. So always remember, when you start with the laying of a brick, you should drop a plumb bob from the edge of the beam. Like you have a beam at the top, right? So you can see this particular plumb bob. So let's say you have a beam running like this. Okay, I'll show the beam like this, not an issue. So from the edge of the beam, you should drop a plumb bob. So that what will happen is your brick line will be parallel to the face of your beam. So what you're supposed to do, just drop a plumb bob like this. This is one here. Then you can drop, let's say another after 1.5 meter, drop one more plumb bob like this. And then another 1.5 meter, just drop another plumb bob here. Okay. Yeah, another plumb bob. So 3 points you're going to get. 3 points you're going to get. So these 3 points you join with the help of line dori or a string, what I call. And then you can see it, no? You can see these people how they have joined it with the help of a string. Yeah, once it is done, next you start with the laying of a brick. So you keep on placing the brick. Again, you can fill around 10 mortar in the bottom. Keep one particular brick. Check the plumb of this. After that, you have a line dori fixed here. So based on that, you can start laying all the brick and all. Okay. And then you fill the mortar in between the two brick, which is generally 10 mm. This is how you're supposed to do. Now, how you take out the dimensions and all. So to take out the dimensions and all, see, you will be getting a drawing like this. You'll be getting a working drawings. This is the same building where I'd explained to you about the cut reinforcement. If you remember, I'd explained to you the cut reinforcement, that 14,000 square feet entire slab concreting we had done, right? For the same building, I'm showing you how the brickwork and all is done. So again, you see here, it's written here, second floor I have taken. You can take any floor just to make you understand. I've taken some second floor. I got this particular drawing. I have a drawing for the third floor also. Yeah. So here, if you see, we have a 9-inch thick laterite masonry. We have a 6-inch thick wall, and we have a 4-inch thick wall also. So this means that if you find a drawing where the symbol is something like this, there you are supposed to provide a 9-inch thick laterite masonry. For example, you see this color. Yeah, here you will provide a 9-inch thick laterite masonry. Now you know what is laterite masonry. This is your laterite stone. This is your laterite stone. So you'll do a brick masonry from this particular block, that is a laterite stone. Okay. Okay. Now if you find a drawing, in your drawing, if you find a symbol something like this means you are supposed to provide a 6-inch thick wall. So 6-inch thick wall, you can make use of a cement concrete blocks and all. So if you see here, this particular drawing and this drawing is same. So here you are supposed to provide a 6-inch thick wall. So in this way, the entire drawing, if you observe, no, they are going to give you each and everything here. So based on the drawing, we are going to do all the layout for the masonry. All this wall, this wall, this wall, everywhere I'm going to do a laterite stone work here. And this interior and all, I'm going with a 6-inch thick block work. Okay. Yeah. Now coming to the next portion, whenever you start with the laying of a brick or a block work, first you look into the room. For example, if I look at this particular room, I'll get each and every dimension here. So what all dimension I'm getting? Second, he's telling me that, uh, yeah, he's telling me that, from where shall I start? From the face of this column to the, yeah, from the face of this column up to this particular outer side of the block work, the length is how much? 8 feet 9.5 inch, and it is a 6-inch thick wall. This 3 feet 3 inch is a door opening. So you are going to provide a door here. So you'll not be doing any brickwork or a block work here. Same thing here also. 3 feet 3 inch, there is a opening. So there is no brickwork and block work here. Okay. And this is your 9-inch thick laterite masonry wall. Then another 1.5 inch. If you observe here, see from here to here, you'll do 1.5 inch, 1 feet 5 inch of which one? Laterite masonry work. And here you'll not do any work. I mean, up to the sill level, you'll not do anything because it's a window. So window will come at the sill level. What is the sill level? I'll explain in the later part. And then again, small wall work you're going to do here. Then again, this wall you'll do 5 feet. This is 5 feet 7.5 inch. Then another 3 feet of 6-inch block work. Then 2 feet 6 inches opening. So in this way, all the dimensions will be given. So based on all this dimension, you're going to start the your brickwork or the block work layout. Got it? You will start from one particular area. So if this is the entire building, so based on the handing over of the area or based on your client requirement, we'll start with the block work. Either you start from this particular area or you can start from this particular area. So based on their requirement, from which area they want the first handing over, because the earlier you start, the earlier handing over can be done. So that is why what we do is based on the client requirement, we'll start with one of the brickwork. Okay, yeah, we can start somewhere from here. So from here we'll start with the brickwork and all. Okay, yeah, just 1 minute. Okay, this is one drawing. Apart from that, I told you about the door, right? See, this is door opening and all, 3 feet 3 inch. So again, in the drawing, they'll mention everything, like what is the opening of the door and all. See here, if there is a door, if there is a door, let's say they have written D, so the size of that door will be 3 feet 3 inches of width of the door, and height of the door is generally 7 feet. So you can see 7 feet here. D1 is another door, D2 is another door, MD stand for main door, W is a window, then WA, W2 is these are the different windows based on the room size and all. They have given different size of window. And WK means this is a window in the kitchen area, which is again 4 feet by 4 feet 9 inch. So in this way, we stand for ventilator. Ventilator we generally provide in the toilet area. And toilet will not give a window generally at the 7 feet height. Just below that, just below the lintel level, we'll give this thing around 5 feet height. Will provide a ventilator. Okay, so ventilator is generally 2 feet by 4 feet, 2 feet 6 inch by 1 feet 6 inch and all. Okay, so wherever you have this toilet area, we'll provide a ventilator. So where is the ventilator? Okay, ventilator should be somewhere here. You see here, there is one toilet here. So in the toilet area, there is no window. You will find ventilator V. This is another ventilator V. Okay, this is your kitchen. So this is a kitchen window what they have given. Okay, understood? No. So based on this drawing, we will do all the brickwork or the block work layout and all. This is a number they have given. Like D door of 3 feet 3 inch by 7 feet, you are supposed to put a 40 number of door, one number of D1 door and all. Okay, yeah. Rest this lintel level and this thing I'll take up when I take up the lintel and the sill level. Now you understood how to understand this brickwork or a block work layout and all. So based on that, we'll do the execution on the construction side. This is one more drawing. Here also there is a same thing they have given. All the dimensions they have given. Now if I give you a drawing something like this, and if I ask you to do the layout on the construction site, definitely you'll be able to do it. Yeah. Now the next question is, how do you start to do those things, right? You understood how to read the drawing, but how do you start it? So I'll explain you that. So let us consider. Yeah, let us consider this is a room what I have, and all this other brickwork what I have done. Okay. So when you are supposed to start, no, what you will do is first is you will drop the plumb bar from the beam, from the sides of the beam. From the sides of the beam, you can drop plumb like this. Okay, I'm showing it like this. Okay, and then I'm showing it like this. So like this, your drop plumb, it has given your marking that you'll start your brickwork like this. Okay, and once it has given you, then you'll draw one line dori. With the help of line dori, you keep it like this, and then you start laying the brick like this. Okay, you start laying the brick like this. Got it, no? Like this. Same on the other side also we'll do. After that, what we can do, we can just insert one string here, line dori. Just insert a line dori like this here, and then insert another line dori like this. And then make sure this line dori or a string, what you have inserted, when I say inserted, you just peg it and just put a line dori. Those masons will do it. Make sure this particular angle is 90 degree. Make sure this particular angle is 90 degree. How do you do that? Again, you can make use of 3, 4, 5 method. Mark 3 meter here, mark 4 meter here, and measure the diagonal. You should get 5 meter, this one. So if it is 5 meter, that means this is exactly 90 degree. Your line there is all right. After that, what you do? After that, with the help of tape, you just measure it. This is just to make sure that your brickwork is being laid at a proper alignment. That's it. With the help of this thing, with the help of tape, you measure. So from the face of this line, this, let us say it is some 500 mm, whatever it may be on your side. Here I'm taking it to be 500 mm. This is 500. Okay. After that, again you measure from here also. This brickwork again it has to be 500. From here it has to be 500. From here it has to be 500. Same thing from here also. Again you can take whatever distance you want. Again you can decide initially at what distance you want to keep. Let's say this is 500. This is also 500. This is also 500. This is also 500. So if you're getting equal distance from the line dori to the face of the brick, it means the alignment of your brick is correct. That's the main intention of doing it. Already with the help of from the plumb bob, you have taken the level of the beam. From the beam, you have inserted the point, and you have, with the help of line dori, you have kept it. But still, we'll make sure that again from the uh, every at regular interval, maybe at least 1 meter or 1 meter, you can just measure the distance from the line dori. If you're getting same distance like 500 and all, that means the alignment of a brickwork is correct. Now let us say instead of 500, you got some, let's say 520 here. Let's say. So you got 520. That means 20 mm there is a error. So what is the error? That means 520, 20 mm more if you're getting means it looks like this particular brick might have gone a bit inside. That is why you're getting more, no? So then what you do, there will be a mason from now what the mason will do, the mason will give a gentle tap here, and then he'll make the alignment of this brick. Because this line dori, we have tied it from this direction. There may be a chance this brick may go out inside and all sometime. So just to double check that the alignment is exactly vertical, we have to do this check. This is done for brickwork as well as for block work. Why it is very important? What will happen if if there is no proper alignment? Yeah, what will happen? Say, if there is no proper alignment, it will create a problem in your plastering. Because the way the block work you are constructed, same will be a plastering. So plastering also you are not going to get 90°. If plastering you are not going to get 90°, then when you lay the tiles also, that alignment will not be there. Right? So that is why block work is very important. If you make any mistake here, this will be reflected in your plastering. This will be reflected in your wall tiling and also in your this thing, floor tiling and all. Okay. And then once you do all these things, our main intention is at this particular junction, I should get 90°. This 90°, this 90° I should get. Okay. And also you can check 3, 4, 5 method here also 3 meter, then this 4 meter and this 5 meter if you check. Okay. I mean this diagonal you are supposed to check this one, this length. And from here if you check, it has to be exactly 90°. Only then you can say whatever brickwork or block work you are done, exactly you are done it properly so that you'll not have any error when you're doing the plastering and the flooring work and all. Understood, no? Fine. Okay. There are certain checklist I'll explain. Okay, after checklist, I'll explain you how these things are actually done. Whatever I taught you right now, no, this particular thing, how to arrange this brick layer or a block work and all. Anyhow, this is for the block work. You see how they have done one layer. Okay. See, always remember when we are doing brickwork and block work, it's not that entire course we are going to lay. First day, when you start your brickwork or block work, I'll give a small example. Anyhow, I'll come back to this a bit later also. You see here in this particular building, what they have done? Everywhere they have done one layer or let's say one course of brickwork or block work. Once all these things are done, I'll call the architect or the client. Maybe from the client there will be engineer or the architect and all will come. They'll come and they'll check all the dimensions, whatever is there in the drawing. No, we saw that drawing 3 feet 3 inch or let's say 5 feet. Door opening is 3 feet 3. They'll come and check all these things. They'll check from here to here what distance is there in the drawing. Let's say if this is a bedroom. Let's say if this is a bedroom, and let's say in the drawing in the bedroom, this was supposed to be 10 feet. So they'll measure whether they are getting 10 feet or not. And let's say this was supposed to be some 15 feet. They'll measure 15 feet. Then they'll measure the diagonal also. If everything, and they'll see the door openings also. If everything is all right, only then he'll give you a permission to go ahead. Once you get the permission, only then I'll start with the next layer of a brickwork or a block work. Okay. So this particular work is called as a chap-kam. In the Hindi language, in the construction side, people call it as a chap-kam. Chap-kam. Okay. Yeah. Chap-kam. So once you get approval, only then we'll go with the other activities. You can see same thing here. Everywhere we have done that chap-kam and all. Okay. Great. So I hope up to here your concepts are clear. You understood how to do all these things. What I'll do is in the next lecture, I'll take up the checklist and I'll speak on the checklist. And then we'll take up one brick manufacturing video. I'll explain you how a brick is manufactured from the factory so that we get a better knowledge. So I'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.